U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
field now as they will send this one away.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready? Go, Reed, go! Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
They put together a strong effort last week in the win over the Bears, CD.
Held them well under 200 yards of total offense. In today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week.
Mustang 19! Buffalo 18!
Stroud now on second down. And that nearly an interception here on his opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Stroud on third down now.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
First play's a run with Nwangu. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back to Nwangu again on first down.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, the Vikings at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball placed at the 45 for second and 5. Cousins throwing quickly out for Jefferson.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Here we go.
Now Cousins. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Here's Stroud. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark it at the 1-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Cousins on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
They come into this one down at the 27th position in the league, Charles, against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
No gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
In motion left is Davis. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Here's 3rd and 7. Stroud looking to throw.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there, and luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about
touchdown, Vikings!
Kene Nwangwu with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the right sideline.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Delson in motion.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now this one complete downfield on the left left side. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Texans have cut it back within a score.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Next to score, Vikings 14, Texans 7.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
108 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Now 2nd and 3.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
6 brings up 2nd and goal at the 15-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Cousins.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Delson in motion. Stroud now to throw.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
I have to think the center half time can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangwu.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Cousins to throw it.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangwu.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
127 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. On 2nd down, here's Nwangwu.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Leave it, bring up 48.
1st down, here's Cousins.
They'll check that down to Nwangwu out of the backfield.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
Throwing, Cousins.
There's Hockenson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. And his guys will get the football right. Yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Hey, let's go! Ready?
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
They'll go right back to the Wagyu.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And they're going to speed things up here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Up the middle, Nwangwu. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 163 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They go play action here on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Drops this off with Nwangwu.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll look to run with Nwangwu.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Stroud off the play fake.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Houston.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
60 boxes, 60.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41.
Pack to 60, pack to 60. Ready?
Play action. Stroud now.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
189 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. Another run now for Nwangu. He'll get this down to the 38.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Vikings!
Kene Nwangu
From 10 yards out.
And the Vikings up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Again on second down, it's Stroud.
And the ball is knocked out.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Street. 70 Ranger. Ready.
Play action. Here's Stroud.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
2nd and 5. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
There he goes. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangwu,
46 yards.
And the Vikings add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Ready.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
18, Rattler, 18, hurry.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw yet again here.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Lewis Cine.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Give left side here for Nwangu.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now they'll shift things around. On the give is Nwangu. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Handoff here to Nwangu.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Nwangu.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the pylon, caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point attempt to come here. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Rig alert, rig alert.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, fans usually